Good morning students, welcome to our next video. So in this video I am going to explain the remaining part of our thermal power plant, means the important points. Okay, so the first point which was remaining, okay, in the previous video was the chimney. Okay, in the thermal power plant there are chimneys. Okay? So what is the function of chimney? Okay, you must have seen in the figures and all that, like chimneys are there. Right? These are the chimneys. Okay, chimneys. So what is the function of this chimneys? So its main function is to release the flue gases, okay, the poisonous gases into the atmosphere. Okay, into the atmosphere. So all the poisonous gases will be present here, and that gas is released into the atmosphere. Okay, higher layer at the top layer of our atmosphere. So the basic function of chimney is to release the flue gases. Okay, flue gases. Okay, to release the flue gases in the uppermost layer of our atmosphere. Okay, so this is the basic of our chimney. Okay, chimney. You must have seen this kind of structure. Okay, so why we are actually taking out these flue gases? Because these are the waste or the poisonous gases which are very harmful. So by some process inside this chimney also there are fans and there are cooling water available to cool that flue gases to a certain temperature, and then release that extra gases which has some other moisture, means gases content, which is to be released into the atmosphere. Okay, these gases are released into the atmosphere. So where this flue gases comes from, inside from the boiler. Okay, or combustion chamber. Okay, inside the combustion chamber actually the coal is burned. Okay, with the help of moisture, with the help of air. So that heated or that coal burned produces large content of gases. Okay, so it has many combination of gases present. So that gases is transferred into this flue gases. Before passing to the chimney, the flue gases made work in economizer and superheater, and after that it is released into the atmosphere with the help of this chimney. Okay, so this is the chimney. Now the next point is the superheater. Okay, superheater. Superheater. Okay, so superheater is also a device, a component which is used in the thermal power plant. Okay, so basically, what is the meaning of the superheater? Okay, as the name suggests, it is used for superheating the means if I have a steam, okay, which is already heated, it has a certain temperature, okay, and certain pressure. So that heated steam is again superheated. So why we need the superheater inside our plant? So its main basic function is, I'll give one example. Like if a steam generated, okay, this steam generated is not that dry, okay, but we need a dry steam. But the steam produced, okay, so the steam produced having a content of water, okay, water content or moisture content. So this moisture we do not want in our system. So why we don't need the moisture content? Because if the moisture content is available, then what happens inside the turbine blades? The turbine blade can be rusted. Okay, so due to due to stop that rusting or the to increase the life of the turbine, we need to remove this moisture. So to remove this moisture from this steam, already generated steam, high pressure steam, we are actually transferring this moisture content steam into the superheater. Okay, after passing to the superheater, in superheater what is happening is actually it is not taking some extra source of fuel to heat the steam again. It is actually taking the flue gases only. Okay, flue gases. After releasing from the boiler, after the flue gases releases from the boiler, it is taken inside the superheater. In superheater, this moisture content steam is traveling, and with the help of flue gases. So flue gases is also having some temperature and pressure. Okay, high temperature and pressure. That temperature we are going to use inside the superheater. That superheater, inside superheater, the moisture content steam is transferred, and in superheater the moisture is then released. Okay, so after passing from the superheater, where the steam will be completely dry. Okay, dry steam will be available. Okay, dry steam will be available. So I hope you understand this point, that superheater is nothing but a device which reheat or superheat the steam again to remove the moisture content in the already generated steam. Okay, so this is the function of our superheater. Okay, it uses the flue gases temperature. Before releasing to the environment, we are going to use this flue gases for superheating our steam. Okay, so this is the point. Then we have some extra components like economizer. Okay, so it is also a device, okay, which is connected inside our system. So economizer looks like okay, so this is our structure. Okay, can show you. Okay, so this is the inlet, this is the outlet. Okay, so there will be okay, so this is the arrangement inside our economizer. Okay, let's suppose okay, so basically economizer is also used like this, like I have water contained in it. Okay, water is completely flowing through it. So what I am doing is I am heating this water with the help of what is from this end, flue gases and flue gas is taken out. Okay, flue gas is taken in and flue gas is taken in. So what I am doing here also, like our superheater, I am also going to use flue gases temperature for heating my water inside this tube. So water is flowing. So what happens when the flue gas passes through this, the surface of the tube get heated to a certain temperature, and it indirectly heats the water inside the tube. So what will happen? The steam is generated and then steam we are going to take out. Okay, and the water is taken from inside here and it is taken out from this side. Okay, so this is also a important component. Okay, which we are using with the help of our flue gases. Okay, so flue gases are important in terms of reheating the steam. Okay, reheating the steam or water. Then what it has some basic structure, like it is made up of cast iron. Okay, cast iron, because iron has a tendency to store heat at a large amount. Okay, so then inside this tube, water tube. Okay, water tube is there. Water tube. Okay, flue gases, water tube, and some of the important parameters. Okay, then also basically this structure, okay, this cast iron structure is single loop. Okay, it is completely made like this only, like this shape only, single loop. Okay, single loop is there. So why we are using this economizer to heat my water and to produce the steam with the help of flue gases. So indirectly what is happening is my efficiency is increased by around 5%. Okay, my efficiency is indirectly increased. Okay, my efficiency is indirectly increasing. Okay, so this is my main advantage of the economizer. Then we have one more important component, that is condenser. Okay, condenser is there. So condenser. So what is the function of condenser? After when the steam, okay, when the steam passes or when the steam is imparted, this is the steam, and when it is imparted on the plate, it starts rotating and indirectly it rotates the shaft. Okay, so but after the steam passes here, then the steam should release from here. The steam releases from here. So but that steam, okay, that steam is very high pressurized. Okay, if we want to use that steam again, then I get a feedback. Okay, but if I don't want, or if I very extra amount, then what I do, I connect a condenser here. So condenser, inside condenser, what is happening? Water is available. Okay, water is available. Cold water is available. Okay, so what the condenser is doing? It is extracting that heat from the steam. It is extracting that heat from the steam, and it is converting that steam into water inside the condenser. Okay, so the main basic function of my condenser is I am just converting my steam into water, okay, or extracting that heat from the steam, okay, or I am also going to store that water in some kind of reservoir. So reservoir is also there. Okay, so this is the function of condenser. Or I am also going to use my steam, okay, already heated steam with the some feedback pump. Okay, pump will be there and it is again feedback to the boiler. Okay, so this is the basics of our condenser. Okay, so the main function of condenser, it actually extract that heat from the steam and convert that steam into water, and it is stored in the reservoir for future use. Or that already heated steam, the high pressurized steam from the turbine is again fed to the boiler, and it is again heated with the help of coal, okay, or fuel, and that steam is again then fed to the turbine. Okay, so this is a complete cycle. This is the complete cycle. Okay, so this is the condenser. Okay, I hope you understand. So according to its construction, it is classified into two types. Okay, it is classified into two types. First one is the jet condenser. Jet condenser. And the second one is the surface condenser. Okay, jet condenser and surface condenser. Okay, jet condenser and surface condenser. Okay, so I'll discuss these two topics in our next video, but you should know that the condenser is also an important component in the thermal power plant, because the main source of steam is water. Okay, so we need that water. I want to reuse my water again and again. So with the help of condenser only, I am going to collect my steam. I'm going to connect my steam into water. Okay, by converting or extracting that heat. So it is classified into two types: jet condenser and surface condenser. Okay, so these two condensers are important. Now, what I am going to do is that before proceeding to other parts, I'll just explain what we have seen, because these are the important components. After that only you are going to understand what is happening. Okay, so what the main reason, the main function is to rotate my turbine. Okay, rotate my turbine. So turbine has blades like this. Okay, so how this turbine is rotated, and this turbine is connected to a shaft. Okay, so this is, and it also rotates. It also rotates, and this shaft is connected to the what? This shaft is connected to the generator. Okay, so when this generator has a rotor arrangement, rotor is there. When this rotor rotates, okay, as the steam is imparted, this rotor starts rotating, the blades start rotating, and indirectly it rotates the shaft. Okay, with the rotation of this shaft, it also starts rotating the rotor. Okay, when the rotor rotates, the field is generated here, and indirectly three phases are, current starts flowing, and these three phases are taken out. Okay, three phase supply. Okay, so this is the basics of our thermal power plant. Okay, we are going to take inside here the steam. Okay, boiler arrangement is there. Okay, boiler arrangement is there. Okay, then we have chimney. Okay, to release the flue gases. Okay, we do not want that flue gases, but we can use that flue gases temperature. Okay, to reheat my. So there are two components which are using this flue gases. So first one is the superheater. Okay, it removes the moisture contained inside the steam, and again superheat the steam to a very high temperature. Okay, and then we have next the economizer. It is also It is also using the flue gases to heat the water. Okay, to heat the water and to generate the steam, and that steam is again taken to the superheater, and that superheated steam is also again transferred to the turbine. Okay, so this is our condenser and all the important parameters. Okay, so I hope you understand this video. If you have any kind of doubt, you can contact me. So thank you for watching.